Yo, it's your boy Marcus. I'm Weston back with a video. Today we're gonna be talking about FaZe Clan and what happened to FaZe Clan, man. Because it's unfortunate, and I hope people, don't look at it the same way everybody else is looking at it. Right? I'm gonna offer like a different perspective and some stuff to kind of go with that different perspective and what's gonna happen going forward, in my personal opinion. Right? So. For anybody who doesn't know, FaZe Clan is a popular gaming content organization. They also have competitive teams across all kinds of esports like Rocket League, CSGO, Call of Duty, and a bunch more. I think they had Halo as well. So super, super famous, like one of the most famous gaming organizations. Like I don't know if there is one that's more famous than them outside of maybe Optic, or if there's like a foreign organization that I don't know about, like Fnatic or something like that. So yeah, FaZe, man, they've been around for a long time, one of the staples to the scene, and it's official that every single FaZe member has now left FaZe Clan. And this is one of those things, man. FaZe is run by a bunch of younger guys, right? It was started 2006. No, that's Optic. Optic was 2006. 2010 was FaZe Clan, and I mean, those guys were just kids, you know what I mean? They were like, what were they, like 15, 16, 17, 18, you know what I mean? Those guys were young when they started it, and they created this awesome brand based around trick shotting, right? 30-second YouTube videos on trick shotting. Like, if you remember Ilcams, the 1 mil team Taj is one of the greatest YouTube videos to ever be made. A lot of their vlogs and pretty much all the content they were making back then was just like, it was all over the place, right? They were the biggest name in gaming for a period of time, right? Like Optic was there before them, but once FaZe came in and started blowing up with the sniping side of Call of Duty, Optic took off and they went and did like Minecraft and blew up on Minecraft, right? So FaZe was running it. FaZe owned everything from like just in terms of popularity, they were the most popular at the time, and they were just all over the place. And then a lot of controversies happened, right? Like Save the Kids controversy. You got Banks and a lot of stuff. He's just the personality that is always in drama. Nothing against Banks, but man, he's always in drama. So, and then a lot of FaZe members, right? So when you become the most popular content organization, you tend to bring in a lot more people, and a lot of the personalities that they brought in just simply weren't good options, whether it was celeb personalities or people on like the content side, right? Not necessarily the pro player side, right? FaZe had tons of pro players across many esports. Those guys typically aren't problems. Most of those guys are actually usually pretty good guys, right? It's the content side where these guys are just not good people to be bringing in, right? I remember, who's that Fortnite guy that got into drama? Was FaZe somebody? Jarvis, maybe? Yeah, Jarvis. I think that might have been Save the Kids, but they had a bunch of problems with a bunch of creators and ended up really making them fall off, right? And then they turn around and decide to do this overhaul a while back, and they just brought into this like new style of streaming that's out there. It's like the worst style of streaming ever. It's like this IRL, like weird content streaming. I don't like it. It's not my thing. They brought in a bunch of new guys for that. They overhauled. They cut a bunch of people off, and it didn't really work out, right? And they also really messed up on the corporate side of things, right? The corporate side of FaZe and what they chose to go with that route was all bad, and it was just it didn't work out, and it was a bad thing, and it all kind of finally spilled over until now, where everybody's having to leave because the new ownership that's got stake in the company, I guess, is now able to implement something so that they can make money, right? Because FaZe doesn't really make money like that, you know what I mean? So since they're not really making money, the people, the executives, they're like, well, if we're not making money, we don't want to be a part of it. So that's not really how it works, you know what I mean? Like that's just never how FaZe has been. So that kind of destroyed the company, and everybody left, right? All the OGs left, and some of your goats, right? FaZe Jev is the goat, and he's gone, you know what I mean? So it sucks, man. As somebody who grew up with that, and I know a lot of you guys might be in the same boat as me. I'm 25, about to be 26, right? And you kind of grew up 2010s Call of Duty, right? I mean, we're talking like BO1, MW3, MW2, BO2, COD Ghosts, AW, BO3. Like that stretch right there was just content was being made like crazy, and those games for the most part were really good. And so it just sucks that it kind of ended this way. But, I'm going to put this comment in here that I left on a post because a few people liked it and a few people responded to it. And it was about Hex, who's the owner and CEO of Optic, man. And he said something that really resonated with me a while back when he had to go and get Optic back because he lost Optic. And it was like, you know what? It was time to take the gloves off. I got to go get my baby back. He went and did it. I think that one day there will be a guy in FaZe. Don't know who it's going to be, but somebody's going to go out there, get Optic or get FaZe back, and make it better. Right? That was their first go around. They were all young. Now that they're all a little bit older, have some experience, they'll do it better. Like the restaurant business, you know what I mean? They'll fix it. They'll get it right next time, and it just takes that one person who really wants it. The question is, who's it going to be? But it sucks to see FaZe go out like this. Hopefully, it works out for a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. But that being said, let me know your thoughts on the FaZe situation in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications if you want to. It's your boy Marcus Ormastini. I'm out of here. Peace.